Roll the camera. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are featuring an interview with a very peculiar-looking gentleman.
Scene 1, take 1. Scene 1, take. Take 2.
You are welcome to St. Mark's VIP TV presentation. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Corey.
Today on St. Mark Church School News we have
An in-depth story explaining the history of St. Mark's Church School here in Wellington, focusing on how it has changed since it was founded in 1917. Throughout this program today, we will be interviewing 2 past pupils, including the current music teacher, Mrs. Ryman, and the current rector, Mr. Holden. We also have been lucky to visit Mrs. Wilson, who is the current archivist for the school. But first up,
just imagine. Just imagine this, teaching at the same school that you learnt at. Now you're a staff member as head of music, arriving as a student at the age of 10. Mrs. Ryman was a very studious pupil who always tried her best. Today Mrs. Ryman teaches music throughout the school. She conducts the choir and plays the piano during 2 chapel services and an assembly each week. She is part of the school community and helps children onto the buses after school and helps with the school patrols. Mrs. Ryman used to teach music in Wanganui and has lived in England. We have her here today to share some of her memories of St. Mark's Church School.
Olivia, I'm Lucas, and joining me now is Mrs. Ryman. Did you love coming to St. Mark's Church School as a pupil?
At first, when I arrived at the age of 10, I was rather nervous because I wanted to do my best at school. In the end, I won a prize, which was a book, for always doing my best at school.
What changes have you seen in St. Mark's since your return?
One of the biggest changes is the school uniform. When I was at school, I wore hats. In summer, we wore hats, straw hats with ribbons threaded through them, and in winter we wore a woolen belted beret. I felt smart in my uniform. I remember the teachers not allowing the windows to be open in fear that we would catch a cold. One of the other changes I remember is that we were only allowed to play with our own gender. Boys with boys, girls with girls. Imagine that today. It would be so boring.
Tell us about your favourite memory of your time as a student at St. Mark's.
That would be when the senior pupils of our school would make us hot chocolate. It felt nice and warm as it ran down my throat.
And we're out of time. Back to you, Olivia.
Now just imagine this. You
Now just imagine this. You attended St. Mark's Church School in the 1950s. At the same time your mother is teacher at the school. Your mother is very good friends with the headmistress. You then become the rector of St. Mark's Church School. Not many people can say that they have such a strong connection to their school. Stretching over 50 years, well, one such person, the Reverend Michael Holland joined St. Mark's Church School in 1949 when Annie Holland was still in charge. He was taught by Eva Holland, Charlotte Cliff, and even his own mother, Mrs. Holland. St. Mark's on TV caught up with Reverend Holland and asked him about his time as a student at St. Mark's and the changes that he has seen at school.
Hello, I'm Talia, and here we have Reverend Michael Holland. Hi Reverend Holland, thanks for joining us today. Did you love coming to St. Mark's Church School as a pupil?
I remember, I loved coming to school because there are many things to do, like for instance, running around, playing soccer and tag. We also enjoyed playing knucklebones and marbles in the playground. Social studies and history stories were my favourite subjects because Miss Holm was a very good storyteller.
Tell us about a memory you have of your time as a student at St. Mark's.
I remember an auction and assembly when we were singing the school song. The music teacher was playing the piano, but it was not as loud as it usually was. He stopped playing and lifted the lid on the piano, only to discover a pair of underpants had been stuffed under the lid. Of course, you can imagine the uproar of laughter from us children.
How has St. Mark's Church School changed over time?
In my time, the teachers were very strict. Whenever you were drawing pictures and if you rubbed out too often, you were hit with a wooden ruler on your hand over your knuckles. This happened to me once when I was attempting to draw a duck. This would not happen today. The playground has definitely changed because we used to have a jungle gym and a multiplex, whereas today the school has 2 playscapes for the pupils and a large outside area called the birdcage to run around in for games. There is no grass today in the playscapes.
Then it doesn't say the right. So, what do I say? Thanks, Natalia. Okay, do it. Okay. We, the children of 3RP, have been researching into the past of our school. An important person who has helped us is Mrs. Margaret Wilson, as a parent, teacher, deputy principal, and now the archivist of St. Mark's Church School. Mrs. Wilson has had many years' connection with the school. Peter has located her in the den here at the school. We cross live to them now.
Thanks, Corey. I'm Peter, and joining me now is Mrs. Margot Wilson. Good morning, and thank you for inviting us here to chat with you about the changes you have seen at St. Mark's Church School. What was it like teaching here in the past?
I have had 25 years teaching the families of St. Mark's, and I have loved it. It was full of fun and excitement, especially when special visitors such as the Governor General and the All Blacks visit. There was a lot of respect between the pupils and teachers. I'm so lucky to be part of the St. Mark's family for so many years.
For you, what has been some of the biggest changes in the school?
When I first arrived here, there were only 8 teachers. Today, we have 24 full-time classroom teachers, plus 9 specialists, and many support and admin staff. It is a big, busy place today. The role has also grown. Other major changes include the buildings and the grounds.
What do you wish for St. Mark's Church School in the coming years?
I would wish for St. Mark's to still provide an excellent education with the same values and family feeling we have always had.
Thanks for your time, Mrs. Wilson. Now over to Thomas with the weather. Thank you, Corey. Welcome to the weather. It has been a great day here at Castley. Firstly, Waitangi, your weather will be sunny with some windy patches throughout the day. A high of 27 degrees in the Auckland region. It will be cloudy for most of the day. There is also a chance of rain and the days goes on. The weather in Hamilton will be great as usual. Unlike the other places, and you are heading for a high of 25 degrees, Wellington will be a touch of chilly in the morning, but the day will be beautiful, sunny, and high blue sky. In the South Island, Blenheim will be wet for most of the day, clearing in the evening. You should dress for a high of 26 degrees. Christchurch will be clear and chilly at the start of the day, with the breeze increasing as the day goes on. Dunedin will be cold, wet, and drowsy as the day is. Your high will be only 11 degrees. May pick from a place to to be tomorrow, like always, will be Hamilton. And remember, you can't weather a tree, but you can climb it.
What did one raindrop say to the other raindrop?
I don't know.
My plot is bigger than your plot.
What happens when it rains cats and dogs?
I don't know.
You have to be careful not to step on a poodle. That's all from me. Now, good night.
Thanks, Thomas. We would like to thank our interviewers for sharing their knowledgeable memories with us over the past month. 3RP have had fun exploring the past of St. Mark's Church School. We are pleased to share it with you. Thank you for watching our program produced today. Goodbye and the end.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time. From the whole team at St. Mark's 3RP's TV presentation.
Goodbye, Enohara.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Roll the camera. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are featuring an interview with a very peculiar-looking gentleman.
Scene 1, take 1. Scene 1, take 2. Take 2.